Hello everyone, I am Eric of the Dragon's Dungeon, and welcome to part 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog Let's Play. Today we are going to be going through Labyrinth Zone, Labyrinth Zone, and getting the last two Chaos Emeralds. This pathway up here, in all honesty, it took me until the iOS version to find out that it was there, along with playing as Tails. Also, the stage wants me to cope with this. I can cope. Not with these blocks, but I can cope. But I'll explain why these blocks are annoying in Act 3 specifically. And yeah. So, Labyrinth Zone, it's weird. It's supposed to... I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. Is it supposed to be platforming, speed? Not even the stage itself wants to know, because you got some long winding pathways, but you also got blocks that move around slowly. A lot of platforming to do. Oh yeah, and that happens in the original version, yep. I don't know why, that glitch is so funny to me. But yeah, a lot of the stage is also just slow block riding. Honestly, the biggest problem with Sonic 1 is that for a game that's supposed to be all about momentum and going fast, half of this game tends to argue the concept of speed. Or at least against the concept of speed. But anyway, at the very least, Labyrinth Zone is still a fun stage. I like its theme. It's pretty catchy. Makes it feel like you're in a bustling city, especially with the background. Yeah, wow. I thought I would have something to talk about here, but honestly, I think the hardest part about talking about this game is the fact that there's literally a million Let's Plays about Sonic 1, and everybody else probably does a much better job at. But yeah, Act 1 cleared, moving on to the 5th special stage. Oof, boy. Yeah, this special stage is interesting, because it's the only special stage that actively tries to trick you in going into the gold blocks. Yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention, is that the game features gold blocks, but they're pretty much a special stage failure if you go through them. Like, okay, coming up right about now, a little bit further ahead. Okay, and right here, you go down there, you'll hit the gold blocks. Do not let those rings deceive you. What is a trap to visit by Satan? But yeah, that's really the only time the game actively tries to trick you into going going for gold blocks. But anyway, we're already at the Chaos Emerald, the red one. So yeah. You know, at the very least, these special stages, in my honest opinion, are much better than the ones in Sonic 4 Episode 1. I know a lot of things about this game are better than Sonic 4 Episode 1, but, I mean, in that game you're controlling the stage itself and not Sonic, and it's awkward, and Sonic, just grab the emerald. Just grab the emerald. Come on, you can do it. Come on, Sonic. Come on. You got it? There you go. Emerald get. So, yeah. There are also only 6 Chaos Emeralds in this game, if I didn't mention this in part 1. And yeah, my second continue. The last continue I get in this game. As we move on to Labyrinth Zone Act 2. And what I'm about to demonstrate is why you don't take that spring. That spring is a trick. Because you're just gonna get halted easily. Okay, Badnik bouncing. Almost hit the Badnik. Thanks to slope. By the way, these guys you only see a few times. You only saw like a couple times, maybe only once in Marble Zone. I can only remember one of them off the top of my head in Marble Zone. And it's honestly a very underutilized Badnik, I want to say. Because I mean, the Buzz Bombers, the giant hornets, you see in the first three zones. And you see Caterkillars in Marble Zone, and then final zone of the game. And then the rest of the Badniks are usually just like zone exclusives. Well, with the exception of the crab meat, they have the same. They're in the first zone and the third one, but yeah. Also, I don't really know all the names of the badniks. I only know the ones that have made weird appearances, like Buzz Bombers. Well, I definitely know about the Metropolis Zone infamous trio, the 3 Metropoteers, as you could call them. Yeah. By the way, this bumper section right here, you can get stuck in the iOS version, because if you noticed, I glitched into a spring, so I was able to stop. That doesn't happen in the iOS version. They actually fixed that glitch, and makes getting out of it almost impossible. You can legitimately get stuck if you're not careful. So if you're playing the iOS version, don't go for that shield. So these rolling badniks, when I first played this game, I thought they were Metal Sonic. Anyway, you jump there at the right time, you get a secret area for a buttload of rings. Just as a little help in case you don't have enough rings by the time you get to the end. I mean, it's not enough to get you 50 rings, but every little bit helps, I guess. But anyway, here we're on the final special stage, and oh, look at that! We're right already in the room where the emerald should be. Guess the developers decided to give up. So yeah, I guess I should probably mention a couple unused things that they had in this for the special stages. One of which is a fully functioning extra life icon that you can collect. Yeah, fan hats have put it in, and it works perfectly fine. Another one is these icons labeled Zone with the various numbers 1 through 6. The thing is, there are 6 special stages and there are 6 regular zones in the game, so it's kind of unclear as to whether or not they were meant just for special stage marking or just zone warps. Most likely zone warps. But anyway, yeah, we've pretty much collected the final Chaos Emerald in the second. Sonic, if you would. Thank you. Emerald gift. So yeah, that's all the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic got them all, and yeah, no, there's no Super Sonic in this game. What would make you think of that? So now we're on the Springyard Zone boss, and now that I've collected all the Chaos Emeralds, I absolutely give no fucks about getting hit at all in this game, though I do try my best not to be completely dumb and die constantly. Like, you won't see my playing skills go to absolute garbage, thank God. But yeah. Also, I mean, yeah, okay, I'm not sure if it's these blocks specifically. No, it's not these blocks. But remember that little corner right there. Because that is the exact reason why I hate those blocks. Because in the next set of blocks that we'll run into, and okay, yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. At the very least, you couldn't even get a Chaos Emerald in this act anyway, because you can't get Chaos Emerald bosses. But yeah, these blocks right here, they are slow. You have to position yourself so that you're not going to get crushed. And right at the top left right here, if you jump too soon, which I'm not doing, you will get crushed by 1 pixel the instant Sonic decides to stand. It's kind of like in Metal Shark Player Stage in Mega Man X6, where you can, where if you're crouching while the crusher section is going, when the ceiling is at the level where it could kill you if you're not crushing, the instant you let go, you die. That doesn't make sense. I mean, what? Why? Why does it happen? Anyway, by the way, that invincibility and speed shoes, the closest thing you can get to Super Sonic in this game. I mean, yeah, sure, there's ROM hacks to put Super Sonic in Sonic 1, but I don't know. Super Sonic, the game doesn't really advocate the idea of being fast and invincible all the time. I mean, it's nice when it happens, but still. Anyway, we're up to the Springyard Zone boss. Eggman pulls a spike out of his ass, and will proceed to crush the blocks. Now, there are 10 blocks here. You have a limited amount of time before you fail the boss, essentially. Because it's going to get to a point where you only have one block, Eggman will hit you with the spike, and you'll go careening into the bottomless pit. Also, don't jump directly below him, because the moment he starts pulling up the blocks, they're no longer considered there, so you're going to fall and die. But with that said, we're moving on to Labyrinth Zone, the worst zone in the game, for many people. And personally, it's a stage that, honestly, if you ask me, I find this tolerable. Yeah, I know, blasphemy, and I've played Sonic 1 so much, of course I'm going to find everything about it tolerable. But, yeah, it's the water level. And it's honestly, a lot of people give the zones too much shit. I mean, yeah, there's one infamous part of the boss fight, one infamous part of this act, not act, it's a zone that everybody hates, and personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. So, we're going to save that for when that happens. You all know what it is. Anyway, here I am, completely fucking up about an attempt to show off a shortcut you can take in this act. So, the switch on the left is the one you're supposed to push in order to get a little platform to rise up to the top. I press the switch on the right, which essentially brings you to the next act. Well, not next act, the next section of the act. And so I go up, thinking that's the switch I was supposed to push, but no it wasn't. No Chuck Testa. So, I've realized that it's that switch I needed to push, but I can't get back up there in time because I took the one and only platform I could use. So, you're going to be seeing the long way of Labyrinth Zone, unfortunately. So, yeah. It's water. It's slow. Sonic's meant to go fast. Sonic being slow is the reason why Sonic Labyrinth is a piece of shit. Yeah. Also, this little conveyor section at the very top, in the Genesis version, in the original version, the one you're seeing on screen, you can technically clip inside of the ceiling, just because of, for some reason, they fixed that in the iOS version, meaning now you have to jump to the right side. I found that out the hard way. Anyway, spear up the ass. It's lovely. I love it. I love that. Also, a little bit of moonwalking Sonic because of water physics. Physics, what are those? I don't know. What was I doing there? I don't know. I'm completely stupid. Apparently. Anyway, the water level is lower, but you still gotta slog your way through. Anyway, hit the spring. And something I didn't realize until a few years ago, that's a cork. Or at least a sponge, whatever. Basically, it's supposed to flow in water. I just thought it was a regular old stone thing because it's the exact same color as the rest of this zone. Yeah, if there's one thing I'm not a huge fan of with Labyrinth Zone's aesthetic is that it's just one color in both land and water. Yeah, water level rises. I deal with slow monotony again. Of course, we are nearing the end of the act at least, so have solace in that. But this is the longest zone in the game, in all honesty, only because of how much you have to do with the water and all the twists and turns you have to do. I'm waiting here for that bubble that's spawned. Pumpkin? You are going to hear the droning music, don't worry. Anyway, that's where you get out of the shortcut, if you hadn't screwed up like I did. And booyah! Act 1 of Labyrinth Zone complete. I know I've been listing some iOS changes, but something that I just thought of that was also added to the iOS version is the score having a point. Where, okay, pun not intended there, but every 50,000 points in Sonic 2, Sonic 3, you get an extra life. That didn't happen in Sonic 1. In the iOS version, it does happen. So, I mean, if you're really starving for lives in Sonic 1, then there you go. But as you can see, I have 16. I should not be getting a game over anytime soon. Not that I die. Not that I die a whole lot anyway. So yeah. Also, one of the few times you're at the very left of a stage when going through it. Anyway, I'm waiting for another air bubble. So, yeah. If thinking about it now, the very first time I ever got an extra, I ever got the last two Chaos Emeralds was actually thanks to Labyrinth Zone. Yeah, because I completely screwed up in Marble Zone, both acts, and getting Chaos Emeralds, so I had to get the rest of the Emeralds by Labyrinth Zone at the very earliest. And I was able to do that. By the way, if you jump like the little ledge that's below that ring monitor that I just broke, you're going to see one quirk that Sonic has sometimes, is that in certain instances, well, you saw this definitely in Marble Zone, Sonic likes to pretend he's Mario. Sonic does not hit anything by jumping above it in that state like Mario does. Therefore, Sonic gets hit, and in all the instances where that happens, it's completely detrimental to him. Yeah. Also, honestly, the reason I don't think Labyrinth Zone is as much of a pain as everybody says it is because the game gives you plenty of air. The stage gives you plenty of air bubbles. So, in theory, you really shouldn't be dying from drowning a whole lot, unless you really don't know where those air bubbles are. Thankfully, I played this game millions of times, so at least I know where the air bubbles are. You will never see me die from drowning. Yeah, sorry to disappoint, but no, that doesn't happen. I'm actually good at the game. Promise I'm good. So, I should probably mention something that I'm going to be doing after Sonic 1. It's going to start with Sonic 2 onwards. I'm going to try to get someone else to commentate with me. And the reason for that is because I find it hard to... It's actually kind of hard to talk about a game on your own. And trying to be funny at the same time. Like I was funny anyway, but my point still stands. Anyway, if you jump early enough, you'll be able to see that, yeah, the stage does wrap. When you jump there, you get a sheep. Jump a little bit below it, you get the way out, and an extra ring monitor. But, yeah, there's that wonky jumping again. But, yeah, that and a friend of mine did suggest that I get someone else to commentate. That friend is also going to be joining me for, at the very least, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And I should probably also mention something that I'm going to have to deal with Sonic 2. I am not going to guarantee that I get all the Chaos Emeralds in that game. I have yet to record it, by the way. But I am not guaranteeing that Super Sonic will make an appearance in that game. I can guarantee that I'll at least get all the Emeralds in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but Sonic 2 is not as concrete. Granted, it might be easier to do it with a controller than a touchscreen, iOS version I'm talking about again. But yeah. Yeah, that is one thing that the iOS version of Sonic 1 didn't add in. Out of everything. Yeah, here's the drowning theme, by the way. And there it goes. Yeah, Sonic 1's iOS version didn't add a 7th special stage or Super Sonic. I mean, it makes sense. Don't want to completely screw with the entire game. Make it even less like Sonic 1, but you already have the option for the Spin Dash. You have Tails and Knuckles. And honestly, I really don't think putting Super Sonic in Sonic 1 is going to ruin anything. Anyway, here we are at the point that everybody hates about this zone. And I personally am not a fan of it either, but it's definitely something that I don't absolutely hate, because honestly, Labyrinth Zone is not something Labyrinth related that I absolutely can't stand. That shield to the left is your only means of defending yourself during this boss if you happen to die. So yeah, this boss is just you trying to get to the top following Eggman. You have spears, you have fire, and you have rising water. So yeah, if you do take too long, you are going to drown. Thankfully, I get through this boss on my first attempt. And one good poop for good measure, and that is the end of Labyrinth Zone, and the end of this part. So, next part, for the finale, I will be tackling Starlight Zone and Scrap Brain Zone. So take care.